Hey everybody, I'm TheTimeister, and in collaboration with Paradox Interactive, I'm bringing you a tutorial on integrating farming into your industry chain. The only requirement for this tutorial is that you have the Industries DLC for City Skylines. Now, farming is a crucial part of your industry chain, and it's required for many different factories that are available. Like both other types of industries, you must first place down the main office building for your farm, as well as some barracks to house the workers. Be sure to also plop down a maintenance building to upkeep your farm. After that, you're ready to start placing down your crops and pastures. There are three types of fields you can place down. There are crop fields, fruit fields, and also animal pastures. Both crop and fruit fields produce the same output, which is simply crops, whereas animal pastures produce animal product. However, animal pastures require crops in order to function. Essentially, you need to feed the animals using your crop fields. Before we go any further, remember that there are only three types of products that can be made with farming, which are crops, animal products, and flour. Now, unique to the farming industry, you can actually customize the appearance of your farms. However, keep in mind that it does not affect their output. Each field has various sizes, which yield different amounts of product. Once you've placed down some crops and animal pastures, you're then ready to start processing what your farms have produced. The first processing building that's available is the flour mill. This simply takes your crops and converts them into flour. Flour is required by some factories in order to function. Let's take this bakery for example. We need animal products, crops, and flour in order for it to function and make pastries. Like every other type of industry, it's a balancing act. You want to produce the right amount of crops for whatever your demands are. That's why it's usually a good idea to place down some storage facilities to store any excess goods that have been produced. You can also place down some silos and barns, which act like storage facilities. These just make your farms look a little bit better. Next up in our farming menu, we have a milking parlor. This acts exactly like a regular animal pasture does, where we take crops and convert them into animal product. It's important to note that there are no different types of animal products. They're all exactly identical. Almost identical to the milking parlor, we have a cattle shed. It essentially does the exact same thing, just the output is a little bit different. Lastly, we have the slaughterhouse, which is the largest processing facility available to us in the farming menu. The slaughterhouse produces a large amount of animal products, but it does require a large amount of crops in order to function. Like I said earlier, each type of industry is a sort of balancing game, and depending on what type of factory that you want to build in your city, you may not need all of these different processing facilities in your farm. If you're only going to build a bakery in your town, it may not be necessary to build a slaughterhouse because it's going to produce way too many animal products than you're ever going to need. Now that is essentially what you need to know to produce good, efficient farming. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please subscribe to the City Skylines channel for many more tutorials to come from your favorite City Skylines creators.